3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, let's get started. I'm your host, Dr. Curtis, your digital doctor of physical therapy. We are going into the next progression of how to make lasting changes in our sitting posture. Last time we talked about strengthening deep flexors of the neck, the upper back, those 9 o'clock muscles, and today we're going to talk about how to stretch and increase mobility of your upper back spine. We want to take frequent breaks from our sitting posture every 30 minutes, every hour at least. Stand up, move around. If you can't do that, do some chin tucks, shoulder pinches, cat and cows, okay? But that is just to keep things moving, circulating, getting the lactic acid out of your muscles, keeping your joints from being on end range, giving circulation to your nerves, circulation through all the muscles that hold up your head to decrease tension. The thoracic spine is naturally stiff, okay? And so correcting that posture, making lasting change, is going to take some effort. So you're going to learn how to do it today. And this is the secret right here. All right? So we are going to use gravity to assist us. And again, if you have any sharp pain, you need to consult your healthcare provider to make sure this is appropriate for you. And if you do have any stretch pain, it should feel good. If it hurts, it should hurt so good, all right? Meaning you may have a momentary ooh like that, or stretch feeling, and then after you take the stretch off, it goes away. So here we go. We are going to, your thoracic spine has a natural little convex curve to it. That's normal. We don't want to eliminate the whole thing, but we're going to use that to our advantage by simply lying on the ground using gravity and letting the surface press upwards, okay? So this surface where I'm at now is a very thin carpet. There's hardly any give to it. So as I lie down, I'm feeling pressure on my mid-back. And this may be, if you're really rounded, this may be where you're starting, okay? And so as you slowly raise your arms overhead like this, it is taking your spine and doing this gently, okay? It's doing this. The ground is pushing up in the back, and then as you raise your arms overhead, it's doing this. So this is the starting position. Arms bent, knees up, okay? So we're going to raise our arms overhead again to help your shoulders not get pinched. Make sure your thumbs are kind of in this position. Right? This is the neutral position for the arms, okay? Definitely not like this. Kind of palms up, right? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, right? So thumbs up, or you can kind of clasp your hands. That might be a good thing. Automatically gets them up. And as you do that, not only do you feel range of motion in your shoulders, but your thoracic spine is starting to extend that posterior pressure from the ground back, okay? If you can do that, that's great. And actually, you can see my shoulder is a little bit off the ground. It might be hidden a little bit. That's because I am tight, okay? I do lots of push-ups, and so my pecs and shoulders are a little bit more rounded and tight here. And this exercise is highlighting a dysfunction. And you could slip a few fingers under my scapula and the tip of my shoulders because it's off the ground. Look at that, okay? So this is a good exercise for me. I could bring my arms out this way, stretch out. I feel it in my pecs. But if I get my arms out of the way and just go like this, you can see how they're kind of hanging in the air. Look at that. Okay. Kind of tapping toward the ground, tapping, tapping, tapping. It's a different shoulder clock. This is a bonus. This is just something I noticed while I've been doing this. Okay, so we're going to progress our thoracic spine mobilization. If you tolerated this okay, we're going to add a little bit of force from the ground. Okay, how are we going to do that? You already guessed. Okay, so I'm just going to use a towel and put it in the middle of my spine. And that's going to add a little bit more force right in the middle of my back. Okay, there we go. And you can see now my shoulder is elevated a little more off the ground, and so I'm getting this scapula, pec stretch there. But as we do this, you're getting a little bit more upward moment for the spine. You can do this two ways. Up and down your spine. It's going to cover many joints. Okay. A little more specific, like this. It's going to go right in the curve of your back right there. Clasp the hands and go over. Hold it and sustain it. And you can kind of breathe in and breathe out. Gravity is pulling down with your arms. As you go overhead, it's extending your spine a little bit over this little flat towel. Alrighty. Again, it should feel good. Alright, it should feel good. No sharp pain. If you have sharp pain in your neck, in your shoulders, you need to get your shoulders more in neutral position down here. Just relax like this. Okay, your arms can be at your side, and you're still getting mobilization there. Okay, you kind of do the 3 o'clock and relax into the 9. All right. Next, what's the next progression? All right. Guess what? We are going to just flip this over a little bit. Look at that. 1. Thanks a little higher. Around this with your back, right where my knuckles are. It's a little higher, slightly higher pedestal. Now I am really feeling this. Ooh. Nice. Don't forget to keep your knees up. This will kind of arch my back a little bit too much, but if you don't have any problems, you can be straight. Knees up supports your low back as well. Again, if your shoulders are impinging up here, you know, you can just kind of go up here. Go out to the side. There you go. Come up to neutral 90 degrees. Go out to the side. Take a couple deep breaths. As you come up, this is a pretty aggressive sit-up for your neck flexors and your abs. Certainly, if you want to stack the exercises that we've done, I'm going to do it here. Chin tuck, deep neck flexors, a little ab work. Right, you come up, the flexor. I'm going to increase that some more. Look at that. It's like turning the pages to the book. Now that pedestal is a lot higher, and this is pretty aggressive. Ooh, right? It is really extending. I mean, I put my head on the ground and I'm looking up this way instead of up straight. So realize that's what it's doing there. Come out to the side. It's easier on the shoulder because it's at 90 degrees, not above it. If you can't tolerate that, ooh. If you want to squish down to a certain spot, you can do that. You can feel a pop, and it's not doing any harm. It's just like cracking your knuckles. It's not doing any harm. It's called a cavitation, or cracking your back in the vernacular. All right. Now, all right, another way to get up, okay, instead of going through the whole chin tuck, deep flexors of the neck, carrying over to the abs. All right, coming up, you could simply roll on your side, okay? Roll on your elbow, roll on your side, knees with you, not like, don't roll independently of your upper body, roll all together. This is called a log roll. On your elbow, spine's fairly neutral. Press. Get up on your elbow and walk yourself up. All right. Alrighty. I'm gonna close just with a little more to show you for demonstration purposes, another progressive way to do it. You can use a towel roll like this, and then roll it. Okay, this is beginning for you, intermediate, much more advanced. Okay, and you know, this doesn't necessarily mean super aggressive. If you happen to roll it kind of loosely, like this, and you have a lot of body mass to you, and if you're on a soft surface like the couch or your bed, everything's gonna give and it's not gonna be very aggressive. So I'm on a firm surface, the ground, cement underneath me. And so that's why I went with the square idea first, which is least aggressive. Or you can simply do it this way, with roll, like this, and that. And certainly if you put a rubber band around there, it'll keep it that way. But I'm just gonna hold it there, and then roll over it. Ooh. Again, start slow, start small, start easy, and work your way up. Alrighty, so I'm going to loosen that up, a little broader swath, a little looser, and that's going to feel much more comfortable than if I do it like super tight, right? If I do it really tight, it's not going to be much give at all. That's going to be aggressive, see that? Not much give at all. Ground's not going to give, and it's going to be super aggressive. Don't start there, work your way up. I'm going to start with a loose one, a loose large. There you go. That's going to give some. You see it giving already, like a cylindrical. And we're going to close on this one. I feel like Mr. Rogers here. Oh, that feels really good. Oh, I forgot. There's one last way you could do this. Is you can go this way, have this cylinder up and down. It could be on the left side of your spine, the right, or right in the center. But it's just a different way of doing it. Okay, Here you come up in the log roll position. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. Again, I'm your host, Dr. Curtis, your digital doctor of physical therapy, and I encourage you to like, subscribe,